What is going on, everyone? Welcome to a new video. It's exciting to be back making videos and content and providing you guys with value again. And in this video, I'm going to be talking about a really cool topic. I'm going to be going over the current state of the crypto market and where to put your money in 2022. Before we go further, this is not financial advice. This is just my opinion, my technical analysis, and my outlook on crypto. And I believe we may be going into the bear market, but for those of you who know me and my trading and how I like doing my technical analysis, I don't like to predict where price may go since we never know, but I like reacting to a chart using a series of indicators that help me kind of gather small intricate details of what price is doing and what may happen next. I'm going to be kind of giving you guys some advice on, the best way to take advantage and get the most out of your crypto investments if you are planning on investing in crypto this year in 2022. It's a new year. I'm sure a lot of you guys, like myself, has made a lot of New Year's resolutions, and among the most common, just like getting healthy and getting fit, leaving a job, a lot of people like to become financially free, start a side hustle, or just, better themselves ultimately. So in this video, I want to give you guys some advice on what you guys should be doing with your money and what I highly recommend. Spoiler alert, I am going to be talking about dollar cost averaging since it works tremendously well with crypto, since crypto is very volatile. And as a trader, I don't like calling tops or bottoms, and neither should you. I will quickly mention as well, before we get too deep in this video, I am using SWYFTX. I've been using it for almost 2 years now. So SWYFTX is a regulated Australian broker. I'll put my affiliate link down below. If you guys want to go check them out and support the channel, you can use that link to sign up and you'll get $10 worth of Bitcoin, which is pretty cool. If not, head on over to SWYFTX. I love you guys either way. Basically, with SWYFTX, I have done multiple videos and tutorials showing you the platform and how to use it. I'll put the link up here. There have been some users having some issues. I have since created another account under my wife's name and tried to replicate some of those issues, but I can't seem to bring them up. So as long as you verify your account, you should be good to go. Also, using SWYFTX is a key component into what I'm going to be discussing in this video, and we'll talk about that later on. So without me going on too much, let's jump into the charts and do some Bitcoin analysis and see the state of the current crypto market. Essentially, what you guys are looking at is the weekly chart of Bitcoin. So each one of these black candles represents 1 week of trading volume. Now, basically, I don't believe we are in a bear market just yet. Being a trader and reacting to what price is telling me, we're going to dive deep and find out exactly what I see and give you guys some insight. As a trader and how I personally trade currencies, I use a series of indicators, and one of my favorite indicators to kind of smooth out price and give me, tell me the story of what's happening inside the market is exponential moving averages. And those are those cool little lines you can see, colorful lines on the charts. I use the 8, which is the yellow, the 21, which is the red, the blue, which is the 50, and the white, which is the 200. Essentially, without me going into a full lesson on exponential moving averages, the numbers 8, 21, 50, 200, all that represents is how many bars it's counting back. So how many candlesticks is it taking data from and then projecting on the line. So the 8, which is the yellow, is essentially taking 8 weeks worth of data on the weekly time frame. The red, the 21, is taking 21 weeks, the 50 weeks, and so on. This gives us a much more kind of detailed approach and tells us the bigger picture of what's happening with trends, price action, and putting all that together. I use this in my trading and it's made me profitable. I've done multiple videos on exponential moving averages and why I love them, but we're also going to be using price action and structure to determine what may happen or what's the current state of Bitcoin and the crypto market. So the big question is Bitcoin going to keep dropping? And what you can see on my chart, my analysis, is we have a support zone at 40,000 and 38,000. Those are 2 points I'm keeping a very close eye on as it breaks the 50 exponential moving average and the 8 and 21 EMA downshift, which means we are now entering a short-term downtrend. You can see that exact same pattern happen over here where we have the yellow line, which is 8, shift below the 21, which is the red, and you can see price kind of consolidates before it's shifting back up, and we're having that massive rally, making the all-time highs up at 60, I think it was close to 70,000, yeah, 68,900. We can see that same pattern happening here and reacting to a chart and using price action as well. You can see we're about to break below the 50 exponential moving average on the weekly. We have 1 day in 22 hours. So essentially 2 days before this candle closes. We could easily see this reject the 50 and come back up within the next 2 days. So price could easily hit 40,000, 38,000. We know how extremely volatile Bitcoin is and the crypto market in general. So we could see a pin come down here within 48 hours and then reject up here before kind of consolidating like it did over there back in July. Yep, back in July last year of 2021. We could see something similar happen before we get a rally. This is why I'm not confirmed we are in a bear market yet. We would need a massive candle close below the 38,000. And then I could even say, then we may not even be in a bear market yet because we have this next support level down here at 32,000. This would be the fail safe. This is why in this video, one of the biggest things I want to get through to you guys is never try calling tops or bottoms because we never know. Price could easily just keep falling in this case, or price could easily find a bottom at 40,000 and just skyrocket. This brings me on to dollar cost averaging, and we'll get the SWYFTX and I'll show you something really cool their platform offers. So dollar cost averaging, whether you want to buy whatever asset you're looking at, I do it with my long-term investment strategy. I have a video, I'll put it up here, you can watch. I do this in the S&P 500 index, and I also do it with crypto. I used to just kind of buy on the dip with crypto, and we can see extreme volatility where price drops, you buy the dip, and price keeps dropping. There's a lot of memes surrounding this, and it's really funny because essentially it's true. When you dollar cost average, you are getting the best average price possible, whether you are buying weekly, monthly, or whenever you possibly can. And doing that, you don't care what price is, whether it's crashing, whether it's skyrocketing, you are getting the best average price. And this is going to kind of maximize your returns. This is also a very good way for investing if you are new because it removes a bunch of psychological factors. If you just put in, let's say you've got $5,000 to spend and you put 5,000 into Bitcoin right now when it's trading at 41,000, let's say it drops to 32,000. Whether or not you are psychologically prepared for that, you may pull the trade and next minute it skyrockets back up to your entry price plus more, putting you in profit. If you take that 5,000 and let's say you divide it up 10 times, 5 times, so let's just say you got $1,000 now, and 1 month you put, or 1 week, you put the 1,000, the next week you put the 1,000, or even 500 every week or 500 every month. If you do that, you are going to get the best price possible, and it's going to give you the ultimate advantage because you're always going to have cash in reserve. So if price does dip, you will have fiat money to buy the dip. And on top of that, you are not putting all your eggs in one basket. This doesn't just work on Bitcoin, it works on altcoins, Ethereum, XRP, Cardano, all those other coins as well. You can use this exact same method. And this is what I recommend a lot of new, unexperienced investors do, is dollar cost averaging, since it's always going to give you the best price and you are still getting a nice return out of it. Let me know in the comments if you think otherwise or disagree, because yes, there are other ways you can, but with high risk comes high reward. And doing it this way is less risky. And since the crypto market is very volatile, I've been investing in crypto all last year, and it is very, you got to prepare yourself for, especially if you're putting in a lot of money. So always use the money that you can afford to lose, but doing it this way definitely gives you better odds at being in profit at the end of the month or end of the year of 2022. Jumping into SWYFTX. Now, this is what I was talking about. This is the crypto exchange I use here in Australia because it is regulated and very user-friendly with a lot of cool features. I've done, like I said before, multiple tutorials. I'll link the things up here. You can go check out the videos I've done on how to use their platform. Ultimately, the one feature I want to show you guys is reoccurring orders. So if I click on this, essentially what this does is automates your dollar cost averaging process. Recurring orders allow you to deposit money to SWYFTX on a regular basis and automate the purchase process across multiple crypto assets at once. Basically, you can now automatically buy all your favorite cryptos at once, however often you like. Doing this is a major advantage, and a lot of people don't realize the psychological benefits just on automating the investing process is very, very incredible, because you got to remember, if crypto is crashing, or it had a rally, you may not want to buy. You may want to wait for a crash or a dip, and then you want to inject your money into the market. Whereas if you're just automating it, you're always getting in, no matter if it's high or low. You just don't care about the price, and you're still going to get decent returns. One of my favorite quotes is, time in the market beats timing the market. Now, coming back to what I was saying before with dollar cost averaging and getting in at an average price, a lot of you guys may think, hey, I could get a much better return if I, call the bottom and invest all my money at once at that price, since it's the best price you're going to get out of the asset. But I want to bring you to this website real quickly. What this website does essentially is it simulates how much you would have made if you invested whatever currency you want. So in this case, like I said, we have $5,000. Instead of putting that $5,000 all in at once, you split it up to $100 a week over a course of 52 weeks. It's just over $5,000 a little bit. And let's say you put it into Ethereum and you invest it every week. If you did this, it's going to calculate the past year, so the past 52 weeks. And let's see what happens. You can see that you would have made a 30.9% return on your investment. That's not bad. Now, a lot of you guys are probably thinking, that's not a lot of money. Don't look at the monetary value, look at the percent. When the S&P averages 10% per year, and you got to remember, Ethereum is a stable coin. You can do this process on, low cap cryptos that have a lot of potential. Let's try Solana. We all know Sol went absolutely parabolic last year, but if you did $100 on Solana for the past 12 months, you can see exactly what you'd be looking at with your $5,000. So you can see there that you've invested $5,200 with a 559.9% return on your investment. What this essentially tells you and me is you don't have to psychologically worry about the dips. You just, every week, every month, whatever you can afford to do, inject money into the financial market. Whether it's an ETF like Vanguard or the S&P 500, or if you want to take a slightly more aggressive approach and put it in crypto, where the returns are like 10x to 100x, depending on the project or coin you invest in, or you can do it over multiple coins, especially if you are in accumulation phase, like I believe we may go into with the Bitcoin analysis, because a lot of the coins track Bitcoin. If Bitcoin skyrockets, the whole crypto market will more or less skyrocket with it. If Bitcoin goes into accumulation phase or a bear market because the economy looks a bit unstable and people aren't putting their money in high risk assets, basically what we could see is price kind of just ranging on Bitcoin and not really doing much for a period of time. It's hard to say when we'll see a next bull run. We kind of still may be in a bull run, like I was saying earlier in our analysis, but anything is possible. And if you're a new investor, I highly recommend doing dollar cost averaging, and you can do it with the crypto market, just as I explained, using SWYFTX. So once again, if you guys want to sign up to SWYFTX, I'll put my affiliate code down below. Go check them out. You get $10 worth of Bitcoin if you sign up with the link and verify your account, which is pretty cool. And it is an amazing platform for Australian, and it's regulated as well. Everything I've mentioned in this video, I'll also put the links to everything in the description box below, including this cool website. And while we're at it, why don't we do another one? Let's do, let's do Shiba, because I've done a video on Shiba Inu and it kind of just went kind of parabolic as well. So if you just invested $100 a week, you would have made 162.6% return, taking your $3,500 invested all the way up to $9,191 total balance. Very awesome to see that. Dollar cost averaging, I've been doing it in an S&P 500 index, and it has yielded me just over 30% year to year, just by putting in every month, not caring what the price is doing, not caring what the market is doing. So I hope you guys got some value out of this video. If you did, smash the like button. Don't forget to subscribe to my channel as well, as I'm going to be putting out a lot of value and information like this in 2022, this year. And don't forget to hit that bell icon as well, so you guys get notified when I release new videos. I appreciate you guys sticking to the end of the video if you're still here, and I hope you guys have a great new year, and I'll see you all in the next video.